it's all about a flush, which is not a blush. I was looking for something to give a little bit of colour to the cheek, so I wanted something that was flesh tone. So I thought, okay, flesh tone, blush, flush.
Cette scène que je regarde depuis trop longtemps.
It was like a history in fashion, no? It reminded me of a lot of different times. Like he put together a good buffet, and it's nice to see it all together. It's very, very sexy, very feminine, very romantic, very exquisite.
Ou de neige. Et puis l'image se défait et file.
I love everything from this designer, Giambattista. He's so feminine, he's so light, so floaty. It's so beautiful. He really knows how to put a woman beautiful, you know, and all the assets and all that. I would buy everything. Beautiful.
Giamba's collection was across the board incredibly beautiful. It's, you know, I think it's one of those collections where you want just about everything. So I think he did a beautiful, beautiful job.
Keeping it together, keeping it together. This is the narrative of reality.
Something very pure, quite simple in the shapes, with white and with this sort of color blocks, and also the shiny shadows with our codes as the log, of course, very, very present.
It was very pure. I think he's very intelligent, Bernard, because he's taken some of the anecdotal things and made them modern and fresh, and he's also simplified the silhouettes, and it makes it more desirable.
Schiaparelli is not romantic, I think. It's more for strong women, and I wanted also to put bombers in the shocking silk satin. It's important also to use this kind of clin d'œil from the street to the couture. I like it.
Slipping down the wet side, stretch out but cannot reach.
I just love that it's really obviously high-end and very elegant and sophisticated, but so fun. So I think that's the best combination, and that's what I like to do when I dress up. I like to try and keep it classy but have loads of fun, and I think that's what the whole show said to me, really.
It's truly beautiful. I just thought everything, the styling, the color palette, it was just very soft and romantic.
Won't allow quench abuse and let love flower.
I went to the 80s when I was very young, to Dynasty, to John Collins, to Madonna, to Brooke Shields, those icons of fashion and beauty in the 80s. And I took the volume, you know, the ruffles, the shoulder pad, the draping, the taffeta, the big bow, and I mix these old stories together, and this is the result. The color is inspired from the fireworks, because when I saw the fireworks in my travel to Miyajima, it's an island in Japan, and I said, why I don't translate this in the embroidery and in the print and in the volume of the collection. So I took the colors, the deep green, the electrical blue, the gold, the black, the fiery red, and I translate that in the collection. You know, as every fashion show, I like to really focus on the bride at the end, because every girl dreams in her beautiful dress, you know, when she gets married. So for every time I want to give her this dream. This is the couture.
I wanted everything silvery, mirror, metally, aluminium, like something like this, and I thought it was a perfect set for that collection. You know, all the embroideries are abstract. There are no flowers, no shishi. I had this belt, beautifully made. They are a little higher than the waist, and they make the legs longer, because the other belts, they are flat. And it's a very, very difficult job. It doesn't look like, but things should never look difficult.
Признано, и все ждут зова с вашей планеты. Ждут, когда вы пробудитесь.
Those were clothes made for a really sort of glamorous, soignée woman. And you could see it in the palette. You know, you could see it in the way that he managed to kind of temper the sparkle, you know, with a sort of slightly raised wide leather belt, which is actually quite modern. That was great.
The Chanel show was a moment of beautiful craftsmanship, beautiful shapes. I think there was something conservative, traditional, but also incredibly innovative in the way the fabrics were treated and the embroideries and the quality of the garment and the fit of the garment.
Contemporary and clever, and it was very bright and young, and he ends with Lily Rose Depp. But it's again the lightness, really is the lightness, because I think really for couture to last it has to be lightness, because actually lightness is very hard to achieve.
It's a kind of veil, or it's kind of makeup, it's kind of protection, colorful protection. It could be a bride but a decadent one who want to have fun, or maybe if it's your second or third wedding, maybe you need color.
I am very happy because it was a dream, this collection. And I prefer the little black dress in tulle and lace with the jewelry here. It was so beautiful. It was the quintessence of the couture. Thank you, Alexis.
I loved everything that is veiled. Veiled to be unveiled. Very beautiful. I love the colors. It was really daring. I loved it. It's like sophisticated boudoir gear.
The one, you know, she was absolutely nude. I would love to marry again like this, you know. Legs and nothing else, and only everywhere.
makeup today is 80s supermodels. We're channeling Linda, Naomi, Christy. It's all about that feline cat eye. It's just very, very sexy. It makes all girls look great.
I wear eyeliner myself like every day. I actually like it this way, it's cute. And the nails, did you see them?
I love it. Makeup, nails, it's like a full look. I can go out after this.
I love Ulyana because of the woman that she is, but also because she's just an incredible designer. She makes all the women look like princesses, so chic, but also at the same time effortless.
This story was about witches and about girls who can do everything.
We looked very long ago in time and we thought about paganism and pagans in Russia before the Christians. And that time was very interesting, and the image of woman was very strong because woman was endowed, she was like a goddess, and we loved it. And we had this similar mood in the images of Helmut Newton, where she is powerful, strong, where the silhouette is defined, the shoulders are big, the hips are big, but yet the waist is super thin. And we worship women because everything we do is in the end to make women beautiful.
I wear this beautiful cape and it's knitted and it's an amazing piece, and that's what I like about her clothing. It's very good quality and nice fabrics. I'm very honored to wear it.
Every single piece was exquisitely rendered. The detail was unbelievable. The storytelling was eclectic and curious and engaging as always. It was just breathtaking.
That's a great, great Galliano show. I think he put the stamp of Galliano on the Margiela label, absolutely. I think there were his fingerprints everywhere, and it was really a beautiful show with great ideas and performances.
It was truly exceptional. I think only John could make a portrait of an exquisite face made out of net, embroidered on a white coat. It was so beautifully executed.
That was collaborated with an artist, Benjamin Shine, and it was meant to appear like smoke coming out of the coat.
The best collections he's ever done for Margiela. He managed to, I think, rein in some of his more chaotic tendencies to kind of jumble everything up in the D and reconstruction, and it was really perfectly judged. You know, very beautiful, some of it quite wearable, you know, and really interesting. Like, it just really made you think.
I never see your crazy face. Smile. Screaming my name like that. Suddenly your eyes disappear in the night.
The collection is really about the movement in combination with the body and the shadows that it creates. So often I focus a lot on the structures, but this time I actually focused on the gaps in between the structures. So it's a completely different focus. The combination of materials makes that the garments are super soft and movable, but have a different drape than a normal silk that would be not as broken up. Like the silks, the tools that are underneath are broken up by the patterns that are holding them. It really comes alive when it's within the light and the movement of the body that it wears. And I think that's why it's so important to see the show. It's really difficult to talk about the structures when they are not alive.
The hair is sexy, a little nod to the early 80s. Blow dried, curled a little bit, a lot of volume. We have a lot of hair on one side, healthy, shiny, gorgeous big hair.
The hair is so sexy. It's completely my style. Look at it. It's beautiful.
J'avais vraiment envie de retrouver tous les codes de la couture.
I wanted to focus on all the codes of couture from the golden age of the 80s and 90s and use many elements that illustrate this period, like plumetie, dotted stockings, pumps with bows and ribbons. And all this is disrupted by some very, very bright colors and sharp graphic designs, creating a rather original look.
Et une allure qui est bien particulière.
Created a fabric that mixes all the colors of our palette. All the threads are taken apart and rewoven to become a tweed. We made an outfit with this tweed, added black patent leather, and a destructured silhouette, and I think it looks pretty nice.
Whatever love you want, love again. And little man, little Lola wants you.
This is a love story. Russian ballerine and Spanish matador. You know, as for Spain, corrida, it's like art. And the same with Russia. As for ballet, it's like poetry for Russian people. And of course, when two people meet each other, it's like a mix of cultural. And as for beginning, black and white part of this collection, of course you can read the idea of Matador's jacket. A lot of embroidery, proportion, it looks like a bolero, very short, very trendy. When you see chiffon dresses, it reminds you Spain, it reminds you sunny day, fields of flowers, Spanish national costume. When you see dresses absolutely tender, made of transparent veil, you can feel Russian soul. ballerina, she's a dreamer, and of course she's in love. And that is why this pain seems to her, it's absolutely like a fairy tale, because a lot of colors, a lot of passion, love, doubts, contrast. And as for dream dress, it's her dreams, because she's dreaming about him, about Matador.
Everything started a few months ago when I had an image in my mind, like the atelier of Rodin, the first atelier of Rodin, and you see all those white plasters, all those sculptures not achieved completely, all white. And I said, I have to do it in an art gallery with a white installation, as if all the dresses are sculpted in marble, but to give lightness to the dresses in the same time. Movement makes everything. I want the three-dimensional looking like a life movement. It's pure gold. It's gold leaves fixed with the brush, small silk brush, and it's very delicate work.
Walking down the street, kicking cans.
The idea was like to make like a collection about the city, let's say like a Parisian or whatever from the city, that little by little she take off all the accessories and to become like a, not a provincial but a country girl, you know, la belle des champs. You know, she is like a citizen which start to become like a farmer.
Walking in the rain.
I try to make it like joyful, peaceful, and at the same time funny and like bucolic and charming and romantic and strong at the same time. All that together.
Sounding like a no-no. Making when I...
The Hawaiian I always like the graphic simplicity evocation of the flower, hibiscus, you know, which is like very simple and very graphic, you know, in like brochet, in Swarovski, in crystal, etc. So it was my envy of freshness and coolness and white. That's all we need, no?
I love it, was like so light, so beautiful, it was incredibly like champêtre, it was like paradise.
Belle des champs, ta coquetterie nous pousse au badinage. Nous sommes tout pantelants, belle des champs, dis-tu nous en...
I love the summer that it was announcing, the fantasy and the joy. It was very beautiful.
It was sunny and bucolic and there were flowers and, you know, it was very lighthearted. It's very contemporary couture. He's got those flashes of incredible color. I thought it was just a collection of very beautiful, eclectic clothes for very individualistic women.